Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and thank you all for coming out to the Goddess Queen Tulsa show. I am your host, Queen Tulsa.
Ladies and gentlemen, and thank you all
Oh,
for coming out to the Goddess Queen Tulsa show.
all right. So I do apologize about that. DJ is definitely in the building. Thank you all for coming out. And go ahead and check that description box, and we will be right back. Queen Tulsa merchandise. Hello, guys. We do have masks. It stops here by Queen Tulsa. Thank you all for supporting so much. We do have our masks that are adjustable. You can adjust the straps, adjust to your liking. I want to thank you so much, and we will be getting justice. And I want to thank you in advance for your purchase. And just remember to always have gratitude, always show gratitude. Thank you so much. Hello and welcome. Thank you for tuning in to Goddess Tulsa After Dark. This is where you let your hair down, get you a beverage, prop your feet up or down. Now it's time to hit the like. Are you subscribed? Don't forget to hit that cash app because it's After Dark with the Goddess. Hello, everyone, and thank you all for coming out to the Goddess Queen Tulsa show. I'm your host, Queen Tulsa, and today we are going to be reviewing The Real Housewives of Atlanta. And I'm just gonna be honest with you all. First of all, if you're a new subscriber, thank you for subscribing. If you're a returning subscriber, thank you for returning. First of all, I want to say that this season I wasn't really turned, I guess, tuned into the show like I was maybe like a few seasons ago. And I feel like it has everything to do with the cast because, as a person that watches, the Real Housewives of Atlanta, you know, I kind of feel like it really isn't given what it was given back in the day, you know? And I know that, we're not gonna get, the same situation, but it's like it's not fun anymore. You know what I mean? It's not really fun anymore. Actually, give me 1 second. All right, we are back. Thank you everybody for being patient with us. Let's go ahead and do some housekeeping. Of course, I dropped in the chat, order it stops here mass today while the discount code is available. The discount code will expire, I believe, at on Tuesday at midnight. So the link is right there if you would like to purchase one. Hey Tosin, hey everyone. Hey Ebony M, thank you so much for coming by. Please hit the like button on your way in. Yes. So, ladies and gentlemen, I did want to make an announcement today that we are going to be going to a daytime show. We are going to be going to your daytime TV. So, starting tomorrow, we will start our show. And I'm very excited about the transition. And I'm very excited to bring you guys something new, something different. And like I said, it stops here. And, you know, It stops here with certain situations, but it starts here with the fight that we are in to receive everything that's meant for us. Okay? And so without further ado, let me go ahead and take time and acknowledge Reality T, because they took time to break down the story, because I'm just like, I just can't do it. It was like really messing with my it was really messing with me. It I don't know. They were doing the girls were doing a lot, and it was a lot of frustration, it was a lot of pain. It was a lot of past trauma that resurfaced, Really it was. Oh, absolutely. So when we say, you know, that we just can't discard people's feelings. Okay, so part two of the Real Housewives of Atlanta reunion was strangely lighthearted. While the women continue to spill their issue with one another, they laughed a lot, which was refreshing, much like the vibe of the whole season. But let's be honest, the part three reunions are rarely necessary. This is a perfect example, regardless. There were some moments that stuck out. So here are five takeaways. Okay. So let's get into it. You remember, of course, Marlo. I mean, Kenya and Marlo. So that's despite this shade assassin, and the fashionista coming together last season. Marlo Hampton's first season holding a peach brought chaos to her relationship with Kenya Moore. The host, Andy Cohen, points out that Kenya's issues with Marlo started when Marlo made gross comments about her mother not wanting her. While Kenya has said some horrible things too, she's unwilling to get past the comment, and Andy wonders why Marlo isn't connecting those dots. Okay? So let's get into that. Additionally, viewers' questions seem to indicate that they were Team Kenya all the way. I have been a Kenya apologist for many years now, but I was surprised by this, given how Marlo received such a warm reception from fans. She might have fallen short in her efforts as a housewife, but her story was compelling, and she didn't hold back on being vulnerable this season. I think really, that's what drew in the fans. That's what really drew in the fans. Because we can all show compassion to someone that has lost. That have been in the system, in the government system. The foster homes. That's nothing nice. Hello, Sonia. How are you? Welcome to the show. All right. So, unfortunately for Kenya, labeled her sharing disingenuous. She noted that Marlo is willing to throw her family under the bus when it comes to their past, but refuses to share her own. Kenya then calls her out for her real name being Latoya Hutchinson, and demands to see her Carfax and birth certificate. Child producers are on it with the receipts and show Marlo's birth certificate clearly stating her name as Marlo Patrice Hampton. Marlo Patrice Hampton then ends the segment by calling Kenya a lying itch, wondering if it will end up on Kenya's Carfax. Okay, so like I said, this was a lot. And when I tell you they were taking jabs, they were going left, right, up, down, you name it. It was just really a lot. The girls were a little spicy. Okay? Absolutely. and cocky doody doo. Yes. Okay. So, speaking of receipts, the Real Housewives of Atlanta producers worked overtime this season to make sure the women were held accountable for what they said. Shady much? You know what I'm saying? Like any other season, child. It was like, they'll bring up a receipt here and there, but it wasn't given what it was given on the season. Yes. Do we need more of this on every damn franchise? Absolutely, yes. I love it when a housewife gets called out for a lie. As viewers, we deserve the truth, and I agree. We need to see these individuals getting called out. You know, we need to be able to see that. So producers showed us an extended montage of Drew Sidora and Tampa Ralph's Pittman's receipt. Child, let me get into this. It wasn't pretty. Let's just say that. For starters, and just to break the ice, it wasn't pretty. My favorite was when Drew told us in a confessional that Ralph played college football, only to get him on the phone and admit that he warmed the bench. Honey, he was a bit. Honey, that butt was warming up that bench, honey. Honey, he wasn't hot. His butt was. Okay. Drew tries to explain it away that Ralph was reshirted, which is common college football term. Now I may be diehard Real Housewives of Atlanta fan, but I am multifaceted, and know my college football child. This is what the article is reading. Redshirting is when a player, typically one who is coming straight out of high school, doesn't play for a season. The reasoning is so that they can work to increase their size. Okay. So clearly, honey, he wasn't getting enough protein in a specific type of way. Learn the playbacks and join the team when they have matured as an athlete. It also extends their eligibility to play in college. But redshirting is one season, and Drew never bothered to clarify what happened to the rest of his college career. Typical Drew, always needing a Google search, child. I mean, she really had her phone out. Listen, she had her phone out, child. And let's just be clear. It was cute. It was fun. It was all of the things. But like, come on, Drew. Just like when she tried to explain the whole gaslighting thing, she claims that she knew what it meant, but didn't think it applied to how Ralph treated her. Okay? Let's get into that. Roll the footage of Tampa Ralph gaslighting the hell out of her. Andy points out how the couple got positively roasted for all this mess. Drew shrugs it off, saying that Mr. Tampa was upset, but they know what they are and are staying the course. Okay, so she's saying whatever it is, girl, we riding this wave out. We gonna stick together. We belong together. That situation, which I assume means Drew will continue to allow Ralph to gaslight her on national television. Okay, and listen here. Before we go into the bone collector, let's go into a commercial. Make sure you get your mask, people, please. Queen Tulsa merchandise. Hello, guys. We do have masks. It stops here by Queen Tulsa. Thank you all for supporting so much. We do have our masks that are adjustable. You can adjust the straps, adjust to your liking. I want to thank you so much, and we will be getting justice. And I want to thank you in advance for your purchase. And just remember to always have gratitude, always show gratitude. Thank you so much. All right, and so we are back. So let's go ahead and do some housekeeping. We got Ebony M in the building. She says, "Please hit the please hit the like button on your way in, everyone. Please, thank you." Okay, Cyan says hello. How are you doing? And Cyan Ebony says hello. And then we have Deborah Nichols in the building. All right, let's get into it. All right, so the dog bone collector. Nothing gave me more joy this season than watching Drew. Okay, but let's just be clear. Thank you all for seeing through that commercial, and please make sure you support my business. The link is definitely pinned in the chat. All right, so Drew getting dunked on for carrying about doggy bones to throw at people. Reminder, she doesn't have a dog, so she has to take her ass to Petco for some shade to fall flat anyway. Or maybe she got her assistant Anthony to do it, child. More on him in a moment. Friend of, if we can even call her that. Phantom Alfred made it her mission to comfort Drew. Phantom made sure to let the table of women know that Anthony, the sister who never was, said Tampa Ralph was GAY. That earned her a doggy bone. But Anthony, who was the source of all this drama between Drew and Sheree, didn't get a bone. At least not one that we saw, you know. And he is the one who deserved it the most, considering he told Drew that Sheree was she by she don't pay. Child, the shade of it all. The shade of it all. Sheree decides to provide her own receipts in the form of FaceTiming Anthony to get the real story. Okay. Anthony tells everyone that he was not Sheree's assistant and she doesn't owe him money, which clearly means he's on Sheree's payroll as we speak. Because why would he say that when he said the opposite on camera? When they were over at Drew's and Sheree's events, At this point, Anthony doesn't need a milk bone. He needs a gallon of water to quench his thirst. Okay, because he is very thirsty. And it's like, is he trying to replace Cynthia by flowing this way, flowing that way? Is Cynthia's spirit left behind? You know, child. Whew. Now let's get into Sanya's first rodeo. She might be a gold medalist, but Sanya Richards Ross admitted that being a housewife is harder than being a super fast runner. Running comes naturally, but housewifery does not. While I found Sanya to be somewhat of a cloud chaser, I'm always willing to give a housewife a second chance. It's so hard to get to know them, and most of them come in either too hot or too cold looking at you. Okay. But Sanya came in hot, child. Sanya came in guns blazing. She had her tennis shoes on. She had her hair in a ponytail. It was on like chicken bones. Okay. After Sheree shadedly told Sanya she has to handle Kenya, Sanya tried her best to do just that. Okay. Kenya refused to give her that time of day, which is so Kenya, you got to admit, listen, when Kenya is in the mood to run and just get in the moment, she's going to run in, she's going to get in the moment. You give her a moment, she's going to take it. But I want to reiterate, Sanya tried, and coming for Kenya is no easy feat. Did she succeed? No, but I'm giving her a gold medal for trying. You know what I'm saying? Like, first season, you felt the way, and you decide, okay, girl, you feeling it? I'm feeling it, girl. Listen here, I run circles around this track. Okay. And I've got the medals to show. I have the accolades. I have the credentials. Okay, now aside from Kenya, Sanya faced the reality of dealing with Drew's misguided advice on marriage, which would be like getting advice from Sheree on how to release a fashion line in a timely manner. Shady, shady, shady. After Sanya shared that she wasn't ready to have another child, Drew basically told her it's her duty to do that for her husband. And it's like, Drew, girl, you can't even get your man to adopt your child. You get what I'm saying? So that's the shade there. Let's get a commercial break. We will be right back.
Anything he want with you, ain't nothing you can do about it.
Money game. This ain't the black man's game. This ain't the white man's game. This is the money game.
Scratching and scrambling most of my days to get where I got.
Not sacrifice yourself. The best thing you can do for poor people is not be one of them.
Now, I eats in the big house kitchen. I got pine boards on the floor of my
If
cabin.
I crumble, my children crumble, my grandchildren crumble.
And it don't take much coughing for the master to make me have a cup of corn whiskey for my medicine.
I cannot, for the sake of my integrity, stand up here and let everybody that's counting on me crumble so I can make a statement.
Now that is fine living for a nigga, and I'll be damned if any African Guinea man is gonna make me lose all I've been working for. Now you take my
There are ways to win the war in a different way.
better learn. You best learn or you gonna get the bloody back for sure.
All right, and we are back. Say what now? Y'all, please click that link that's pinned in the chat and get your mask today while there is a discount going on. It'll expire Tuesday night at 12 a.m. Okay? So before 11, if you get it at 11:30 p.m., you should be fine tomorrow. Okay? So let's jump right back into it. Let's be real. Drew might be stuck in a marriage filled with outdated beliefs, but the rest of us are living in 2022, which Andy made sure to note. Okay, but if Drew is anything, she is staunch in her terrible beliefs, and she's smugly explained that if you don't give your husband a baby, someone else will. Like, what on earth? I'm going to need Drew to drop the terrible marriage advice and focus on who is giving her husband a rub down. Okay, who is giving her husband some assistance? Who is giving him a relief? Regardless, Sanya was happy to admit that she is now on the same page as husband, Aaron Ross. And while there is no timeline, they might be adding a 10th person to their household in the near future. There goes her trophy room. Okay. Peace out. Kenya is a moment when the moments are hard to come by. Love her or hate her, Kenya came out on top this season. Not only did she deliver with her reads as per usual, but she also brought a level of unbotheredness that we don't normally see from her. Like hanging up on Sanya when she didn't feel like dealing with her and her refusing to engage with Marlo on their trip to the mountains. Girl, she said it is what it is. Okay. I said what I said coming back, but she couldn't say it. Moving on. It's clear that Kenya's time on Dancing with the Stars gave her the positive energy that's been missing for her life for a while. Castmate Candy Burrs pointed out that Kenya brought that energy into the season, and it was nice to see. Kenya got emotional talking about what Dancing with the Stars meant to her. She grew up dancing and always performed for her grandmother, who raised her. Now that her grandmother has gone to glory, Kenya felt like she was dancing with her. She was out there dancing there. Hold on now, Kenya felt like she was dancing out there for her. Okay, yeah, I can see that. Yeah. Yes. I love it. And I love the way that she thinks. Because Save the Last Dance was my best friend's situation. Unfortunately, the ex-husband, who I refuse to name, continues to be a thorn in her side. Kenya is not officially divorced and are awaiting on a court date, child. Luckily, Kenya wasn't thinking about him all while she successfully bagged a man named John in Jamaica, child. And she's been doing group dates with friends, allegedly. That's well, not allegedly. That's what she said. Just enjoying herself and not getting into anything serious. So Kenya's busy winning right now. Period. Points blank. Now she joked she's coming for everyone's man. Okay, man thief. Okay, but please don't bother with Sheree's new boo, Martell Holt girl. And I wouldn't be bothered if because everyone but Sheree knows what no because everyone but Sheree knows he's a walking red flag, which I admit he is a walking red flag. Finally, Kenya's business is thriving thanks to Kenya Moore hair care being carried in CVS across the nation. Even Marlo admits that she uses it and her edges have never looked better. If only these two could work things out, their combined edges would be unstoppable. Oh, the shade of it all. Reality tea, honey. Okay, so next week, Real Housewives of Atlanta finally concludes with part 3, and the hundreds are invited, which is always my least favorite part of a reunion because I literally don't care what they have to say, but we are getting them anyway. And I'm hoping Andy asks Ralph to define what a red shirt is. Okay, so that's your article. Okay, so now I'll go ahead and drop the link. If you all want to come up and sound off and give your opinion on tonight's topic and, on this Real Housewives of Atlanta, these are just your opinions, okay? They don't reflect our channel. This is a fair use. And now that we have that out the way. All right, does anyone want to come up? Go ahead and hit that link. Uh-oh. All right, and we are actually right on time. This was supposed to have been a 30-minute show because we have a 1-hour show. We have another show starting here at 7 o'clock. Okay, it's 7 o'clock on the dot. Yes. We actually have Bishop Lamar M. Whitehead. He attacked a woman in church. And so, yes, ma'am. All right, without further ado, we'll go ahead and end right here. This was a great segment. I want to thank you all for coming out to the Goddess Queen Tulsa show. I am your host, Queen Tulsa. Make sure you get that mask. Queen Tulsa merchandise. Hello, guys. We do have masks. It stops here by Queen Tulsa. Thank you all for supporting so much. We do have our masks that are adjustable. You can adjust the straps, adjust to your liking. I want to thank you so much, and we will be getting justice, and I want to thank you in advance for your purchase. And just remember to always have gratitude. Always show gratitude. Thank you so much.